Welcome to my third video on the same subject, UV DTF transfers. So in episodes 1 and 2 of this little 3-part series, I showed myself using the transfers that you can see here, trying to scrape them onto glass cans and also ceramic mugs with no luck. I mean, it was just this horrible process, and I was just like, what is going on? As you could hear in the previous 2 videos. And come to find out, yesterday I never got an email back from the company that I bought these from. So I finally gave them a call yesterday, and come to find out that they're just not very clearly marked on their website as to what their purpose is. In terms of, there are some UV DTF transfers that use heat and are made for fabric. And then there's a completely different way of making the UV DTF transfers that are used on glass and ceramics. And on this website, I couldn't tell. I didn't know. So I ordered the wrong ones. So that was why you saw me struggling and literally going through scrapers. I was having to push so hard to get the transfers to come off. They were not made for hard surfaces, and they were made to come off with heat. So fun times. So then I was stuck with an almost $100 gang sheet of these transfers, and I was just sitting there looking at them and just being really bummed. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to see, because I made them for the exact size of a cup wrap. So I thought I would see if I could cut them up and kind of still use them. And as you can see here, it was still not very good. Now my Cricut is limited. I have a Cricut heat press that is limited in terms of the pressure it can apply. And I think that's a severe problem here with these UV DTF transfer sheets. Unless you have a non-motorized heat press, like one that you can physically push down yourself and adjust the pressure, I would not advise getting UV DTF. It's just not going to work. I had to press these, oh my gosh, I guess I tried it about 10 times. And then I read on a website that you can kind of jack up the temperature of the press to see if that works, if you're not getting good results with these. So I jacked it from 310 to 375. And I mean, as you can see here, it was still really, hard to get them to stick down. So I ended up going ahead and putting some protective paper over it so that I could, and I'm just like not thinking of the name right now. Oh my gosh, my old brain. Parchment paper. So I put parchment paper over it and just use my little, I also have a old Cricut, like a little palm heat press. And so I thought, okay, well, I want to make sure that these are down for good. So I applied a ton of pressure, and eventually I felt like they were really well adhered. But again, I would definitely not advise getting UV DTF prints for any products unless you have a more mechanical heat press that you can really adjust that pressure to be super, super strong. Yeah, because it was another massive struggle. It took me 2 hours to get 1 tote bag and 3 onesies made. And that's just pressing alone. So yeah, disappointing all around. But now I know that I have to be very careful, and you should too. If you're ordering UV DTF, make sure I don't even know, because it just was so not clear on the website. But yeah, make sure you're buying ones either made for material and heat, or made for glass or, a hard surface, and and just rubbing to get them off. Make sure you know what you have, because that was like, well, it's been a 7-day struggle trying to figure out what was going on. So no fun. But anyway, this is what I came up with. I just kind of cut all my transfers up because again, they were built for, I designed them to wrap around a glass. So I had to kind of cut them up a little bit. And then I used just heat resistant tape to tape it in place while I worked on it. I decided I didn't even use my Cricut heat press anymore, the auto press. I just decided to go ahead and use my little palm press. And took about another hour to press really hard and get enough heat on all the little transfers. So yeah, I hope that this was informative for people and that you get something out of this 3-part series. I guess the biggest thing is just to read the fine print, I guess. Make sure you know exactly what you're getting and for what substrate it'll be good for. Otherwise, man, it's just a time-consuming mess, really. So, but I do think that with, cutting up these transfers and making a couple of onesies and some tote bags, I got something out of it. It's pretty, they came out pretty cute, but a couple of them are what I call imperfect. So I do have those on my website at basically, I'm not going to make any money off of them, but I'd rather it go to one of my watchers or one of my customers than, take it to Goodwill or something when half of their stuff gets thrown away. So basically I priced them at almost the shipping cost and barely the cost of the onesie or totes. So if you want to check out my website and buy them, that'd be awesome. It's www.sagebaydesigns.com. And thank you for watching, and let me know if you've had a similar experience in the comments. I love to hear. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.